Hi, and welcome to Window Cleaning Dude. In today's episode, we're going to talk about not dripping inside your customer's home or inside your customer's place of business. So it's really important that you're not doing any dripping inside a place of business or a customer's home. The last thing you want to do is to have water on the floor. Now that's a liability issue right there. If you have a lot of water on the floor, someone could slip and get hurt. But more likely than not, it's just going to be a few drips. And you don't want to drip. You want to try to avoid drips as much as possible. So we're going to go over in this video some ways you can avoid dripping. Some of the reasons why you don't want to be dripping in any place is because let's say it's on a carpet, right? Let's say you're in a residential and they have some kind of light colored carpet. You know, I've been in homes where they actually have white carpet, which just seems crazy because like that stuff's going to get so dirty so easily. People will have white furniture, white bedspreads, or different things like that. And so if you're dripping and the water is slightly dirty, you know, they're gonna see the drip. It's gonna be there. And then at that point you have to start thinking about, okay, now I gotta clean this up, I gotta get this out. If it's something like a bedspread or like a couch, you know, that's a problem. That's a big problem. You don't want to be staining people's stuff. Accidents happen. So what we're trying to do is mitigate that by eliminating drips as much as possible, and there's some different ways to do that. And so and then also you know, I've cleaned in homes where they have very expensive wood floors that are not allowed to get wet, and when they do, trust me, they will let you know that they're not happy about it. So even one little drip is a big deal to some of these people who have very expensive homes. I have a customer who is a billionaire who has a floor that is made from actually a ship from the 1800s. All the wood on the floor was scrapped from the ship from the 1800s, and I can tell you the manager of that home who hired me is not happy if there's any kind of water at all on that floor. So I totally get it, I respect that, but unfortunately window cleaning drips do happen, and so what we're trying to do here is minimize those drips. So let's go over some of the items that you definitely want to have when you're cleaning either in a house or a commercial business location. So first, number one, obviously is the holster bucket. So this is my holster bucket that I've used for a long time. I've taken it off, you know, from the clip here, but the holster bucket is perfect for minimizing drips. You know, your washing wand's going in here, your squeegee's going in here, and so as you're walking through the place, it's, you know, everything's in here. You're not just randomly holding this stuff in your hand. You're not just randomly holding like a squeegee in your hand, walking around, you know, and water's coming off this thing. You know, you have it in your holster bucket. So that's tip number one. That's an obvious, right? That's a no-brainer. Tip number two is to get one of these drip guards. So, you know, not very many people make these, but you could use like a cozy. Some people will use a cozy for like a can. Put your drip guard on there like that, so that in case there is any running water coming down the bucket here, it will absorb into this drip guard instead of dripping off the end of the bucket onto the floor. Now let's talk about procedure and how to avoid drips. So the next tip here under procedure would be that when you have your squeegee and you're pulling it out of your bucket, make sure you always are wiping your squeegee down, right, so that it's dry. The other thing is when I'm wiping my squeegee down, I'm usually trying to do it over top my bucket as it's on my side here. As I'm pulling it out, I'm just going rip like that. That way if it does drip in that process, it's hopefully dripping right into the bucket. The other thing is using your washing wand. So if you're not going to dry your squeegee, as you pull out your squeegee from your bucket, you can bring it over top your washing wand, take it to the window. So, and then same with once you've squeegeed the window, you know, you're leaving your washing wand there and you're squeegeeing down the window on the inside of the home. This is catching water from dripping onto the sill. And then when you're done, you're going to bring your squeegee back to your bucket over top your washing wand like this, and then put it in. That way, because when you squeegee down the glass, there's going to be a lot of water on the squeegee, and so when you have it over top your washing wand, there's less chance of it actually dripping onto the floor. And so you bring it over, put it in your bucket. And so those are pretty much the main tips for minimizing drips in the home or in a place of business. Now the other thing you're going to want to do is if you notice that your washing wand is getting really soaked, then you're going to want to go outside and wring that out. You might also at that point go ahead and empty out your bucket, which brings me to the other point that I should have mentioned right off the start, which is when you are first coming into a place of business or the home after you've been cleaning outside, always dump out your bucket before you come in, and then of course wipe it off before you even come in. That should have been number one, so I apologize for that. But if you are going out then at later to wring this out, go ahead and also dump out your bucket again. And the reason why you don't want this soaked is because, you know, as this gets wetter and you go to pull that out of your holster bucket, and then it's going to start dripping right here, right as you're going to the window. So those are some things you want to be looking out for, you need to pay attention for. Now, if you don't want to use your washing wand to take your squeegee to the glass, then you could always, you know, hold your squeegee over this, or same if you're bringing your squeegee back. But there really isn't I can't think of too many instances where that would happen, because you're going to always have your washing wand underneath your squeegee as you're coming down the glass, so it's catching all the water coming off that squeegee. So this scenario is very rare, not going to happen that often. Alright, so this video is short and sweet. I hope you got some useful tips from this video. I think that you probably will have if you're new to window cleaning. You should be taking notes on this or watching this video multiple times until you've memorized all this stuff and are taking all these things into consideration when you're out doing your window cleaning. Give me the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and found this information useful. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel to be a part of this window cleaning community here on YouTube, and to show YouTube that you appreciate the videos that I'm making. I would greatly appreciate it. It will help my channel. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell for upcoming videos. Comment down below for anything that you want to know more about, and then please visit windowcleaningdude.com, where you can learn everything for free that I have to offer. If you're just starting out in window cleaning, I have everything there in more detail. I have everything from start to finish, where to start, and I recommend that you start at the top part of my website on the left hand side of the navigation and just work your way down through everything. And there you can learn how to do everything with window cleaning, how to do all the different techniques and procedures, and how to use the tools, where to find the tools, a whole list of everything you need, start to finish, everything. It's basically a business in a box, and it's all free for you. So I will see you in the next episode.